So today I'm gonna give you a walkthrough about the lab automating the deployment network with Terraform. So click on Start Lab. Now open this lab in new tab and make sure you are using incognito mode of Google Chrome browser. Click on I understand. Now you'll see the Google Cloud account console. Now click on this Cloud Shell. Continue. Authorize. Okay, so now what we are doing here is we are opening it in new window. So our user interface, we can use this tab, and for command line activities we'll use this second step, so that will be for our convenience. So let's close this. Okay, now let's come to the task number 1. So we need to set up the Terraform and Cloud Shell. So first thing, we need to create one folder here. They have specified one command, mkdir. So that command is used for making the directory. So let's paste that command here and hit enter. Okay, now we need to click on the editor. Okay, so we are getting error here. So how we can fix this? Okay, so we'll copy this command and we'll set our project ID here. Copy this. You can get project ID here. Paste. Make sure to add one empty space. Hit enter. So now we can see that our project ID has been set. Now we'll hit the make directory command again. Expand the tfnet. What is the next instruction here? We need to create one file, provider.tf. So .tf extension states that it's Terraform. So copy this and okay, so here click on the file section. Okay, so first click on this file section, copy and hit enter. So now you can see that provider.tf file has been created. Now what is the next instruction here? We need to copy the code. Provider equals to Google and empty curly braces. Paste this. Okay, now you just need to save this file. Save. Now again come back to the terminal. Run this command here. So now we are initializing the Terraform here. So we can see here in the user interface .terraform file has been created. So it's working fine. Now what is the second task? So here we need to create the management net and its resources. So we need to create one another file, managementnet.tf file. Copy it carefully. Now again click on new file, paste here, hit enter. come to the lab instruction, and here again we need to copy this code, paste it over here. Okay, so now here what they are saying here, in the resource type and resource name we need to paste the following things here. So in the resource type we can copy the Google Compute Network. Make sure you are copying it very carefully with double quotation. Copy this and replace here resource type. Okay, then what is the second instruction? In the name of resource name we need to copy the management.net, management net. Copy this carefully and paste here in the replace name section. Done. Now we need to save this file. Okay, now add the auto create subnet network. You can hit enter, paste, again save the file. We need to add the resource in the same file which we have just created. Once we are done with this, you can add the firewall rules. So in the firewall rules section, we just need to find the resource type section, and in the resource type section we can replace this Google Compute Firewall. Copy it carefully, find the resource type here, paste, and resource name we need to replace it with management net, allow HTTP SSH RDP ICMP protocol. Copy this carefully, come to the resource name section, paste this carefully. Now we can see here source range is also mentioned there. Now click on file and save this file configuration. Okay, now we need to add one more property here, network property. So do one thing and add our network property here. Again save the file. Now we need to add more properties here to allow rules and specify which protocols and ports are permitted. Copy this, hit enter and add the allow section. Click on file, save this. Now we just need to verify the file structure, and we need to create one more folder, and the folder name needs to be copied like instance. So let's copy this and come to the .tfnet folder, and here you can click on the new folder, paste, hit enter. Now we can see here instance folder has been created. Now in that instance folder we need to create one main.terraform file. So copy this carefully and right click on instance folder and click on new file here, paste the file name, hit enter. So now you can see the folder structure as mentioned in the lab instructions. So now in the main.tf, copy this commands, paste. Now we need to replace resource type and resource name as we did prior. In the name of resource type, we need to replace it Google Compute Instance. Copy this and make sure you are copying with double quotation. If you miss on double quotation, your program won't work and it will throw errors. And resource name, var.instance name, copy this. Okay, now you need to save this file too. Done. Now we need to add zone and machine type. Copy this. Okay, hit enter, paste this. Now again we need to add more properties, boot disk. Copy this, hit enter. Now third thing, again we need to add one more property, network interface. Copy this, paste it over here. Okay, so 11th pointer state that we need to check the 4 input variables at the top of main.tf and verify main.tf looks like this includes bracket. So simply we can do that, copy this and press Ctrl A and Ctrl V. So what we can do here, so in order to preventing the errors, so it's better to follow the instructions as mentioned in the lab. Click save the file. Now we need to add virtual machine instance in the management.tf, so which we created earlier. Click on the management.net file and click on save. Okay, now we need to initialize our Terraform. We are done with our files and configuration. Let's now we need to copy this command, Terraform init, hit enter. So Terraform has been successfully initialized. Perfect. And we are seeing this input provider.google version. So what version are we getting this? Okay, so is the expected output. Now click the Terraform plan. So Terraform plan, we are getting the expected output here. So now we just need to click the Terraform apply command, and here we need to give our consent that our planned actions need to be executed. So type yes here and hit enter. So now it will take some time. Just wait for the completion of its execution, and once it's done, we can see the apply complete, resource added. This is the expected output. We will wait. So here you can see it's working. Meanwhile, what you can do here, in the navigation menu, VPC network, click on the navigation menu, VPC network. We will see here the VPC networks which are already existing and the VPC networks which we are creating. So we can just cross verify here. So now that command is successfully executed, and we can see here apply complete and resources has been added. Now we can just refresh here. Okay, and we can see here management net VPC has been created. Now it is working as expected, and now you can click on check my progress. Perfect. So task number 2 has been completed. Now let's come to the task number 3. So task number 3 is all about, we need to create private net and its resources. So we need to configure some files. So the tfnet folder we already have, so here we need to create one another file, private net.terraform. Copy this and come to the tfnet folder, and click on new file here. And here add the VPC network details. Now add the subnet details. Copy this command, add this section. Fourth thing what we need to do here is second subnet. Copy this, paste here. Now we need to save that file. Click on file and save. Okay. Now essential configuration has been added there. So now we need to update the firewall setting. So add firewall resources here. Copy this code and paste here. Now what is the second instruction? Okay, we'll save it. Now add the virtual machine instance resource. Save. Once it's done, again come to the terminal, paste this command terraform fmt, and we can see here our file is displaying. Now we need to initialize the Terraform. Copy that command terraform init, wait for some time, it will be executed. So now we can see here Terraform has been successfully initialized. Now copy this command terraform plan and hit enter. Now what is the next course of action here? We need to cross verify that name and description, and just copy the terraform apply command, hit enter. So now enter value, copy the command yes, hit enter again. Now wait for some time, the command is being executing. Now it's complete. Now click on check my progress. So you can see assessment is completed. Now task number 4 is create my network and its resources. So in the tfnet folder, again we need to create another file, mynetwork.tf. Copy the name carefully, make sure you're not copying the comma here, and come to the code window .tfnet folder and click here to the new file. Copy the file name, hit enter, and same way we need to add the configurations as mentioned in the lab instructions. So create the following code to the file. Second instruction, we need to add one property. Okay, so here make sure you are copying the property just below the comment which they have added here. Okay, if you paste it out of this curly bracket, that means that property not gonna apply here. Okay, because the curly bracket state the scope, so make sure you are copying the property in a correct scope. Also you can cross verify. Your file should look like this. Once it's done, click on save file. Okay, now we need to configure the firewall rules here. So copy this firewall code and you can paste below the curly bracket. Now we need to save the file. Click on save. Okay, now we need to add the virtual machine instances to our file. Copy, add it over here, click on save file. Okay, once it's done, same process will follow. We'll go to the command line terminal and copy this command. We can see here mynetwork.tf. Now Terraform in it. Once it's done, Terraform plan. Now Terraform apply. Copy this, yes, and wait for some time. Now here you need to paste your response. If you are typing yes, so that will be accepted to approve, and we are giving the instruction to the processor that we are gonna proceed with this configuration and make what changes we made, that will be applied. So now here it will take some time, just wait for its completion, and once it's done you can check in the VPC network section as well in order to cross verify whether our created resources are working or not. Okay, apply complete. Now click on check my progress. Perfect. So that's all for this lab. Our lab is completed.